Hi, I'm Bianca and this is my podcast. I'm here with Maisie today from Amaise Clinic. Thank you so much. I'm really excited about this. I feel like we've known each other for a while now, haven't we?
Well, years now, yeah.
How long have you been in the clinic?
Coming up to 3 years now.
Really?
So I feel like that's gone so quickly though.
Yeah, so fast.
It feels like yesterday I was doing it.
I remember when you popped up to the salon because obviously being in the same high street.
So
and you were saying you were opening. Oh my god, yeah, we were so excited. It's so nice to have something else in our industry on the same street, to have a clinic. And
it's really exciting, yeah. And I didn't think it would work originally, so I sort of come to you for a little bit of advice, just to see, because I honestly didn't think it would kick off. I just don't think it's the place for it. But then obviously after being there for a few years, we are just inundated, and we get so many clients from obviously the salon and things like that. So it's really like it works hand in hand. Yeah,
definitely. But I feel like same for me with the salon. We're more like destination salon and clinic now, so it doesn't really matter where you are. People just follow you if they want to.
I mean, I've had people fly from like Amsterdam, Caribbean or something like that. I think it was.
Why is that then?
It's because it's so expensive out there. I mean, apparently in the Caribbean there was like 1 mil a filler or something like $600 to $800. So for the sake, like, you might as well fly over to England, have a holiday, get your lips done for so much less, and then just fly back. Like same with America. We have loads of people saying like, come to America, blah blah blah.
Really?
Yeah, because over there it's like $800 a mil. Whereas over here, I mean, it's like the Wild West. We've got no regulation in the industry, so any man and their dog, like, you could leave school with no GCSEs and then be injecting someone's face the next week. There is no regulation, so people just can do 1 day course, for example, and then inject someone's lips for like 50 quid.
Scary.
Yeah. Really,
so how
really
did
scary.
you do it then?
So I obviously started getting my lips done pretty much as soon as I turned 18. Straight through those clinic doors, and then I started talking to this girl from Manchester, and she comes down to Bristol something like once a month to do a clinic. Got talking to her, and she was like, why don't you do the course? Like, you can end up doing your own lips and Botox, and that was obviously me sold. So I was like, that's all I really want to do it for. And obviously my mum, my nan, pretty much everyone in my family has Botox and filler, so did that. Then obviously my friends started having it done, and they started telling people, and within a year of doing it, got the clinic. So it blew up quite quickly. It's something that I didn't think would really pull off. So,
and you enjoy it, don't you? And you're passionate about it. You've always been into it, like you said, from the age of 18, you had it yourself. So you knew all about it and then wanted to do that training. So did you do the training in Manchester?
So I went to Manchester for 3 days, did like long days worth of training, loads and loads of models, went back home, obviously practiced on friends and family first, and then thought, right, I actually really enjoy this. It started getting, like, obviously the Instagram started blowing up, we had more and more followers joining sort of the page, asking for new treatment, so Manchester was then somewhere I went to quite often for training. Then it went to Liverpool, Southampton, stuff like that, and then it just grew and grew and grew.
So is that you doing your own training?
My own training,
yeah. So how come you wanted to get into that then? So you started working at the clinic, doing it on obviously like clients. And then what got you into the training?
I just felt, obviously we had loads of messages from people saying, I really want to learn your technique and stuff like that. And I originally went to uni to do English because I wanted to be an English teacher.
Really?
So
I remember you telling me that.
I finished my uni degree, never did anything with it. I was always interested in teaching.
Wasn't it you were doing your degree when you started the clinic?
Yeah, so I was doing the degree. No, did all my coursework, like massive, like, I forgot what they were called now, the big essays that you do at the end of a degree.
We opened the clinic, but you were doing a degree.
Doing a degree at the same time. I was literally working pretty much like 2 jobs, because uni is like a full-time job. Most people don't even work whilst they're doing a degree. But it paid off. Like, I finished my degree.
Worth it.
I mean, I didn't do anything with it, but I did get the experience. I didn't really have that uni life anyway. I used to be the type of person that used to go out all the time and stuff, but then uni, I mean, my mum let me go out from a young age, do you know what I mean? So with all my cousins, so I grew out of that pretty quickly. So I did uni from at home, and then that gave me obviously more time to do my aesthetics and stuff like that. So I grew out of that by then. So I was just into
very determined vision, getting where you want to be, basically.
Pretty much,
So you've got the clinic now, obviously in Southampton. Obviously the next biggest thing that I really want to talk to you about is the cosmetics. How did you get into that, and what made you do it?
So,
because is there any others out there?
I think there's a few, and I think there's a few that have started doing it since, because it is quite a good idea. I mean,
it's amazing. Such a good idea.
Who wants to go without makeup for 48 hours post treatment? Nobody.
And the cover up, I think, like, when you know what it's like with any kind of filler or anything, there's lumps, there's sometimes bruising, like, it's just normal to have that, but to be able to cover that up when people don't want people to know if they've had much done.
And I think post treatment as well, obviously in terms of like the lip products, like the lip oils, the lipsticks and stuff like that, they hydrate the lips as well. So I had my lips done the other day, and I swear by those products. Like, it's something that I use day to day as well in my makeup bag. So not only after post treatment to moisturise the lips and hydrate them, but that is something that I swear by.
I haven't had my lips done and I use your oil.
I
love
it. I swear by it. It's amazing.
It's really, really nice.
It's something that I'll always use. Yeah. And I am glad I love it myself, because I won't want to sell something that I didn't like. I live by them.
So have you just got the lip oils, got the lip oils, the stains?
We've got obviously glosses, we've got scrub and balms, and the cover up. I'm trying to think what else we've got. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But we have got more coming, which is in the pipeline.
Oh, yes. Exciting.
It's more, obviously this is for more injectors, but we're looking to more like SPMU artists and stuff like that soon. So there is definitely a gap in the market. So
obviously I'm really excited because I've started working with you.
Yes.
So now we're selling it on Bianca Beauty Collective. That's going to be launched exciting. As soon as people are watching this. It's going to be launched. So I cannot wait. So apart from us selling it and you selling it yourself, have you got it anywhere else? Is it just in the UK or is it other places?
Recently got it stocked in Hungary, which is really exciting.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, so we've just done a contract for that.
Amazing.
And we're currently sort of working with wholesalers that sell dermal fillers and stuff like that to obviously get it stocked on there. You can also buy it for wholesale in clinic. So for example, everyone, especially in my clinic, everyone loves that post treatment. So most people after their lip appointments do end up buying some sort of product.
It's walking away with something.
Yeah,
I know new lips, but something else to hand.
Something else, and just like to say, oh look what I've been. Do you know what I mean, to their friends? So you can obviously stock that in clinic as well. So it's really popular. I swear by them, they're amazing.
So we're trying to get them into as many clinics as well as possible.
Yeah,
not just wholesale. You want to get them into clinics.
They're really popular in America, which I obviously intended it to be like UK and stuff like that, and obviously it branched out and further and further and further. America is one of our biggest like buyers.
Yeah. And you're doing it all on, like, is it just you? Have you got anyone else working with you on that side of it?
Originally it was just me, just because I wanted to take control of it and just choose which way it wanted to go and choose what direction we were thinking. Recently, we've got two, obviously, people that pack them and ship them and deal with the customer services, and we've also just taken on a girl for the social media as well.
Oh, great.
Because I feel like nobody talks about how hard social media actually is.
No.
It's like, that is another full-time job. 100%. Like, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
So I've just taken up a girl to do all, obviously, the socials and stuff like that, which is just a massive weight off my shoulders.
Because I know we've talked about it before, and like we're very much the same in the fact like letting go is really difficult. When something's your business and your baby, it is really hard. It is so important to take on those people to help you grow.
Yeah.
And with your clinic, I know you've always said to me like to be able to hand that over to somebody else. I think because you said when it grew so quick from the beginning, and you were doing the social media yourself, to hand that over to somebody else, it's not really your personal until they get to know you and your ways. It's really difficult. You feel like you might as well be doing the job yourself. It's like
back and forth, like what I want.
Exactly. So like you feel like, oh, if I'm constantly trying to tell somebody what I want to do, I might as well just doing it myself. But it's the longer term, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do you still do the social media yourself on Instagram for the clinic?
Yeah. So I occasionally put like a few posts up. Obviously, we've got the girl that does both the accounts, basically.
Oh, she does both
and the cosmetics.
You. Oh, that's good.
But there are a few things that I just post. You probably know, owning a brand, people want to know you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've tried to post on TikTok and things before, and it just does not do well. And then you post like a day in the life or something, and then you get thousands of views.
Yeah.
So people want to know like
who's
how you started it, who is it, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for aesthetic treatments, nobody wants to go to a random stranger, be injected in a room. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want to know who they're going to, how long they've been doing it for. Yeah. So I feel like posting stuff like that obviously does get us the views and things. So I'm trying to be a little bit more like posting me on the accounts, but it's hard because sometimes you just don't want to be.
I know.
Yeah.
I find, definitely. Like there's some days where I'm like, I'm happy to share everything.
Yeah.
And just be on there and I'm really in the mood for it. Yeah. Then there's other days where I think, oh my God, I don't know. And also you just think, during your normal day, does anyone actually want to see that? But then I guess the people that I follow on Instagram,
that's what they all do,
and I enjoy it. I love watching what everyone's doing, and it's just interesting and seeing how they do everything behind the scenes. I think brands go further when people can see what's going on behind and you appreciate a brand more and the person behind it when you know what they're going through,
and the genuine people. Like I would rather buy like a person who is completely honest and is upfront with the way they work rather than just a big brand. I'm trying to think of examples, like huge sort of clothing companies, for example, that have not got anyone to like pinpoint to it. So I'd rather buy off like an independent retailer. Yeah.
And I think people are doing that more and more now.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
it's nice to all, like, this is what another reason I'm doing this, to then speak to you and like those sorts of people, to see how you do things, see your brand from you rather than just out there from anyone else on a Instagram.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, it's good. What do you want to talk about? Anything else?
I've actually got so I only started this because my boyfriend moved away.
Oh my God, this is what...
Yeah, so
Hang on,
so I got bored.
So, we had this massive conversation, didn't we, in
Yeah.
the salon when you came in, and obviously your boyfriend now moved away to Australia, wasn't it?
Yeah, to Australia.
So this is actually where the cosmetic started.
Yeah, because
why?
I am one of those people. I am a top stalker and I'm a freak. Like I am, and all my friends know it. This sounds so. People are gonna watch this and think you are literally something off. What's that? Baby reindeer. That was me. That was me.
Amazing.
I had fake accounts. I was stalking. Like I was a freak.
I do remember you coming into the salon, and we like the whole salon was talking about it, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were all in a conversation together about it, and I was a bit like, Maisie, it's gonna be fine. Like, what's meant to be will be.
Yeah.
But you were like, no, I don't want him to go in. I should have.
No.
Like, you just hated the fact that he'd gone. But then it also showed that you realised he did like it.
Yeah. It
Which
worked
was nice.
out really nicely.
Yeah.
But
It's
looking
worked
back
out in the
now,
end.
but yeah, no, I am quite lucky because the stories that I made up to get him home, I made up that I had oh no, because it was so embarrassing. Anyway, cut long story short, I made up that I had a boyfriend to get him back and stuff like that. Proper freak.
Yeah.
This is where
You
it
knew
all
what you
come from.
wanted.
I knew what I wanted, and I did get it, to be fair. Obviously, I had so much time where my mind was going like a million miles an hour, and I feel like most girls can actually relate to this. Like, after a breakup, that's all you think about.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot think about anything else, and it actually makes you feel sick. I had so much time, and I needed to fill that with work. That was my only way to stop thinking about it. Sort of dove into the...
To take your mind off it.
Yeah,
You were
to
just
take my
doing
mind off it.
something
All the
else.
ingredients and stuff like that. It was like one massive science lesson.
You obviously are like you obviously like to learn.
Definitely.
Like, you're always in doing more education all
Yeah.
the time. You did your degree. You obviously, that is something that you're passionate about doing. So getting your head into something else next. I do feel like, as in our, like, being an entrepreneur, and like we always want to do more and do better, constantly striving for the next thing, aren't we? Is sometimes you've just got to hold back and think,
just slow down and really think about what your next move is.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, there was a massive gap in the market for this. Like, I seen that from when clients said, oh, what can I put on my lips base treatment?
Yeah.
Is there any makeup that I can wear and stuff? And obviously at the time I was like, no, you just can't.
Yeah.
And I thought about that for months and months and months, like, but it just wasn't the right time.
No.
Then obviously when he went away, I just thought, right, okay, I'm just going to look into manufacturers and stuff like that.
Instead of looking into what he's up to and
Yeah.
stalking him.
Looking back at it, it was definitely, obviously looking at this now, it was the best thing to do, but it did actually keep me busy.
He came back.
Yeah, he came back.
You've got him back.
Yeah.
And now you're together and you've bought a house.
Bought a house, yeah,
Oh,
so it's all good.
amazing.
So it did really pay off, and I feel like everything is meant to happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And do you know what, I would never say this. I'm glad he went out there because he's come back, and I feel like he appreciates like what we had more.
Yeah.
No, I was a freak to get him back, and I'll admit that I was an absolute nutter. But yeah, so I just filled my time with the cosmetics and what to do next and stuff like that. Generally did work out, and it actually was really good for me to do, because the clinic was busy, but I feel like on weekends and stuff, obviously when you haven't got clinics, I just needed time to fill, and this to me was
we just
like an
don't know
outlet.
when to stop, do we?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't switch off.
No, you can't, and my brain is going 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be asleep and I'll be thinking about what to do next, like, and dreaming about things.
Yeah.
Dreaming about my next sort of clinic and stuff like that.
And do you think you'll have another clinic?
I think I'll have a bigger one, hopefully with like a stock room and stuff like that, just because at the moment we're sort of working out the clinic and storage units and stuff like that, and really it's probably costing me more than a bigger clinic would. I have looked at a few, which is really exciting, so hopefully in the near future maybe there's one coming up, bigger clinics, and I want to bring in sort of skin treatments, because not everyone wants Botox and fillers, which is understandable, but like skin treatments, think of those like SPMU, that's a massive thing at the moment.
What is SPMU?
Like semi-permanent makeup, and that's also safe to
yeah.
apply on SPM, like sort of semi-permanent makeup as well. So after you have your lip blush, that's all safe to apply. I'm trying to think what else they do. That blush, obviously clinical cover-up, that's okay to go on that.
Yeah.
Like have you seen it, like the foundation stuff they do?
Haven't.
You can have like foundation tattooed onto you.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I need
You
to
learn
look
something
into
new
this.
every day. But yeah, the clinical cover-ups are free to put on that as well. So sometimes the skin could go quite like blotchy and like, a bit nasty.
Yeah.
So that's all safe as well.
Oh, amazing. There's always something new coming out.
Always something new.
Can't keep
Especially
up
in
with it.
aesthetics. Like, you see these like lip trends, and I think, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, it's just nuts. But it'll go out of like trend soon.
Do you turn anyone away?
Yes, all
You
the
do,
time.
do you?
And I think it is really important too as well, because some people will come in with a picture of like Kylie Jenner and be like, can you achieve this with 1 ml of filler? No, like that in the nicest way possible. No, you just can't, because one, that's probably plastic surgery. She's had all this stuff done, and like we can achieve like a certain look with dermal fillers, but we can't achieve someone's exact face. Everyone's got different anatomy, everyone's got different faces and stuff like that, so it is completely different. But especially when it comes to lips as well, obviously people do get carried away with lip filler. I am one of those people. It is so easy to, and I've obviously got clients too. It's that get addicted to it. It is key to turn people away. I wouldn't want someone going out into a nightclub and like, as girls do, talking in the toilets. Oh, where'd you get this done? Where'd you get that done? Oh yeah, I had my lips done by Maisie, and they're literally like that, and everyone is not talking about it for the right reasons.
No.
I want my name to be, oh my god, you have done my Maisie, I can tell.
Yeah.
Like, it looks insane, rather than being, oh my god, you've had it done by Maisie, it looks awful. So I would rather, I know it's probably like quick money in other injectors' eyes, but I would rather not have the money and have a good reputation.
No, definitely. And that's why I would go with someone if they've been recommended and I've seen something. I love to see people that have enhanced their natural beauty rather than trying to look something totally different.
Yeah.
And you've also had quite a lot of different like celebrity clients as well. So how did that happen? Who was your first? Do you remember who your first was?
My first one was. My biggest one, I'm obsessed with Drag Race, and God bless his soul, I mean, he's passed away now, but the Vivian. I was obsessed with the Vivian, and then we got a message from him saying I'd love to come in.
So
that to me was like,
did you find out how he knew about you?
Just through Instagram, and then his friend Sophia Bailey, who does aesthetics, obviously recommended me because I've been away with her before and stuff like that, and she's absolutely amazing. But he was filming or doing some like panto in Bristol, so obviously it was like who's good in Bristol, and my name popped up. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. I'm trying to think of other people. We've had a lot of like reality stars like Married at First Sight, Towie. They're all amazing. They're great exposure and things like that.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's nice to sort of say, oh, so and so comes here. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's nice and it's good to see because no matter what, those people help your business, and it's just one of those things. If you get somebody in that's known in the reality world, then it does help your business. Yeah. And why not? If you're good at what you do, then you're happy to do them, and then they can go away and hopefully recommend you
and
to
look
a lot
good
of
on
others.
TV and things like that. So it's definitely important. I think there's a fine line with influencers. I mean, we've had influencers before that everyone loves the free treatment. Do you know what I mean? If someone offered me a free treatment, I would be on that. It would be like a trump on chips. Do you know what I mean? There was no other way of putting that then. I would definitely be on that. But I think some people sort of go to different clinics and sort of get the free treatment there, get the free treatment there. So they don't actually bring much to us. And I think there is definitely a fine line where you say no. Yeah. Because as much as they could be like great publicity, other times it doesn't look as good when they're chopping and changing clinics for a free treatment. Yeah.
And sometimes you do see it and you think, oh, they just go anywhere, they've been invited, and do you think it's actually genuine?
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've actually wanted to go there. It's more like, all right, I'm getting this for this much, or this, I'm getting it for free. Yeah. So I may as well go. Yeah, and it's hard to learn that because when I first started, I was like, right, let's get all the Love Islanders in, let's get this. I'd rather have like Sally from down the street who actually like work to and save up to come to the clinic. Like that means so much more. And believes
in you, and then goes away and talks about you. And tells people how happy they are with what you've done. Definitely. Rather than an influencer that's just popped in and has something done and then you've never heard from them again.
1,000,000%. And I think, talking to clients and things, I think a lot of clinics get so obsessed with the idea of influencers, they put them over their normal clients, and it never should be that. No. People have actually, like, worked to come in to have something done. I mean, it's the same with hair, isn't it? Yeah. Like, they've worked hard hours to come in and treat themselves to a service that
it's not cheap.
They're really excited to have done, and it's not cheap. I would rather value someone like that over someone that's having something done for free and just because they've been on like a reality TV programme. Yeah. If that makes sense.
No, definitely.
I think that means so much more. Yeah. They're putting their trust in you with their face and stuff like that, and their hair. Yeah. It means so much more.
So obviously I came to you because I wanted to sell your cosmetics on Bianca Blue, and the products we've gone with are like your best sellers at the moment. Yeah. So can you just tell me a little bit more about them?
So our best sellers will always be sort of like the OG products, I feel. So the clinical lip glosses, that was the first thing I ever come out with. I think I only launched like 3 shades at the start.
Yeah. But how many have we got now?
7, I think. But we're on about sort of expanding that a little bit further because there's so many ranges you can choose from and like so many colours. But it's knowing what would sell. So, the clinical lip glosses are absolutely amazing. Obviously, they hydrate the lips post-treatment as well as obviously look good. You've got so many colours that you've got like clear, you've got sparkly, you've got nude. So you can wear it on a night out. I mean, I've actually been in club toilets before. And they're like, oh, Maisie, look what I'm wearing, look what I'm wearing. And
it's like, nice.
So it's really, really nice to see. So people actually wear them on nights out.
I wear mine all the time.
I know, the lip oils I wear day to day, I swear by them. They're so good. Especially this sort of weather as well, when it's like bleak and just cold. So your lips can get quite chapped and just a bit ugly.
Yeah. So these are really nice to apply. The lip oils. It's just the same as the one I've got now.
That's the same, but we've got four different shades in those. So vanilla, strawberry, mango, and peach. My favourite is the vanilla, but I am a basic bitch. I love the vanilla.
Me too.
We've got lip stains as well. So they are more targeted for dermal filler treatments, in my opinion, just because after you have your lips done, they can go quite sort of pale. They can go a little bit discoloured just because of the lidocaine, both in the number cream and in the dermal filler. So they can go a little bit sort of patchy. You come up with them just so you can sort of see the lips a little bit more under a ring light, because I feel like under a ring light nothing ever looks good anyway.
No, you can see all the imperfections.
You can see everything, yeah. Even like the sort of like the mottling, like the colour sort of coming out. So obviously we've placed them on the top, so it can.
So the lip stains can just go on straight away.
Straight away.
And are they like more of like a matte? Obviously, looks like your lips, but they're just a nice bit of colour.
I love the lip stains, and they're really good for sort of placing the colour on top of the lips. We do often, obviously, say you always need to watch the colour in lips, obviously after treatment anyway, because obviously it could be a sign of vascular occlusions or compressions.
Okay.
So as much as the lips look amazing post treatment, you do need to check that before you put any lip stain on, because it obviously does stain the lips.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get that confused with vascular occlusion or vascular sort of compression or anything like that.
But then you're giving them amazing aftercare, so they can go away.
They can go away and use it.
Use it. But also they know to check their lips and remove it and have a little look.
I mean, any good injector will always tell their clients before a treatment anyway, right, you need to watch out for this, this is like, you need to look out for that. Yeah, this is just amazing aftercare, and I feel like you said, it is always nice to walk away from an appointment with something.
Yeah. And
this is like the perfect stuff. I mean, I've seen injectors sort of give Vaseline out and stuff, which is amazing. Obviously you can use that post-treatment, but this is aftercare with a difference. This looks nice.
And I want to make sure then all this sort of like what you're saying to me now about the lip colour and stuff like that, what happens afterwards, I need to put that on our website so that people read it and know that if you can buy it, but please make sure you're looking at your lips if you've just had your filler done. So I would love to get that all on the website as well.
I can send that to you, like a detailed list, just because it's so key.
If I'm selling something, I want to know the ins and outs.
Yeah,
and then make sure that if people ask us questions, we've got the answers. I know I can come to you anytime as well, but I'd love to know all the answers so that then we can give that feedback.
Yeah.
And make sure people are buying the right thing for them, but also knowing how to look after them.
Definitely. This is like amazing aftercare, and I do swear by it, but it is also key. As well as making the lips look perfect after treatment, is also really important to obviously make sure they're safe. The products are insane, but obviously before applying them, you do want to make sure that your injector has obviously told you to watch out for, but also looking out for yourself. Yeah. Because that's when horror stories happen when it comes to dermal filler treatments.
Yeah. Cover-ups. So cover-up, is that like a foundation or is it a concealer? What is it?
It's a bit of both, to be honest. So you can blend it out to be like a concealer. A lot of people do use it as a foundation. It's really nice to apply after sort of Botox. So obviously lip treatments you can apply it to, but who wants like a foundation lip? It's a bit like 2000 like, do you know what I mean?
I've been there.
But yeah, so the cover-ups are more for Botox and areas like that, or like if you've had cheek filler, jaw filler, chin filler, and you've bruised. But it also is amazing on nights out as well. If you just want it in your makeup bag, it is really full coverage. And it does really like sort of make the skin look quite glowy. Yeah. So you can obviously buy matte, or you can buy like the shiny ones with a bit of shimmer in. But yeah, they also work after treatment as well. So it is all safe. It's all sort of tried and tested, which is amazing. It took absolutely forever, but it was all worth it in the end.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How would you say if someone's going to buy it off our website? Yeah. How would they choose their colour match? Like what would be the best?
In terms of the foundation?
Yeah.
So we've recently done a content shoot with loads of different skin tones and things like that. So that is a common question that we often get as well, because
if you're buying a foundation online, it's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so difficult, and you want to know if it matches you. So we've got loads of models in to obviously showcase what colours would be good for them, and I feel like that way you can often look at people and be like, right, okay, she's sort of a similar skin tone to me. I can go for that sort of colour. There are 5 shades out at the moment. Obviously, we are looking to extend that because I'm aware it's probably not going to fit every skin tone, but at the time, obviously we have to also think like, is it going to work, isn't it, and stuff like that. So we do need to take that into account. But we
as
are
a business, you can only spend so much. Like, you know, we haven't got an endless pot of money. This is the same with us. Like, we're trying to find those staple products that everyone loves and then build on that.
Definitely.
So buying those 5 shades.
I think people look at brands like Estee Lauder or Kylie Jenner or Fenty, and they've got these like hundreds of shades, but it is really different.
A small business.
And
you're starting out.
I'm doing this off my own back. I've got no investors. I've got nothing like that. No. I'm paying for every product and what goes into it. So if something's not right, that is a mistake I've made. So let's say if I just bought like, I don't know, 1,000 clinical cover-ups. If that doesn't sell, I've got 1,000 clinical cover-ups that are just sitting in a drawer. Yeah. So it's really key to obviously make sure they work. And now we know they do, we are looking to expand that. But it's also really important to just make sure it does before obviously we pay out thousands. It isn't an endless pot of money. I wish it was. Yeah. But it just isn't, so you need to consider that. Yeah,
you'll be there. You did the content days. How did they go? Was that fun?
It was really, really fun, and we chose injectors. So to obviously,
oh really?
Yeah. So
we've
amazing. Got Jodie. I absolutely love Jodie, and Jodie's one of my clients as well. So I thought it also looks good for the clinic because we've done her lips, for example. We've done her Botox and stuff like that. So we chose her, and plus she is absolutely stunning, and she's just so good at being photographed. So Jodie's on Towie at the moment as well, so it's good exposure, like we said. We chose 2 others as well, so these are some of my favourite injectors from Bristol, and it's really nice to have that sort of go to people in Bristol. It's not like competition, for example.
No, it's a connection that you've got, and then you can talk about things, and they can work with you and help you.
Yeah, and they've bought our products, which I think is just so lovely.
That is amazing.
Using a customer to sort of model our products is just insane. So it was really nice to give back, and we did like a lovely day. We had like little cupcakes and like cups and stuff like that, like little branded cups, and just made it like a really lovely day, like croissants and little things like that. We've got our social media manager Hanny, who also does photography really conveniently.
Oh really? That's great.
To shoot them, and they look amazing. Like the pictures we've had back are just insane.
Oh, so you're really happy with it. Yeah, because things like that, you do it and you spend so much time and effort organising, and you've got this vision.
It's stressful as well.
It is, and then when you've got this vision, and if that vision comes through, that's amazing. But it doesn't always happen.
No, I mean we've done content days in the past, and with the clinic as well, it's really hard to get good content because people bruise, people swell.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get like hematomas, which is when like obviously you've got the worst bruise ever, but your lips look like that, and they're just not the ones. They're just not the ones to post.
And it's the lighting and stuff sometimes. Like when you're in the clinic, it's not the same, is it? So
yeah, it's really really hard, but it was so much fun. Like we had such a good laugh, and the pictures just look insane. So they'll be posted, I'd imagine, this week.
Yeah, so that's new,
as well as on our website as well. So we'll send them to you to obviously use. So
I'd love to see them.
Now we sort of got like a good base to go from.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, so exciting.
I know. It's just worked out really, really well. And I mean, the cosmetics have only really been around for like a year and a half, but they are just absolutely flying out. Like they have done really, really well, and I'm so impressed with that. Like I think I did that because like I needed to fill my time up, and then it's just led to this whole other business. It's just insane.
And you're really passionate about it. It makes such a difference, Maisie. Yeah. Like you've done all the hard work yourself.
Yeah.
And to now see the rewards, it's amazing. Like you should be really proud.
It is just insane. And like I said, I would never sell something that I myself didn't believe in, I didn't use, but I can honestly say I use every single one of these products, and I love them. I don't think I'd sell something if I didn't like it.
No, it's not natural to do that.
Yeah, and my name is underneath it. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to say it like someone saying, "Oh, I got this from Maisie and it's a load of rubbish."
Yeah.
But honestly,
and can I ask you?
Yes.
How old are you?
22.
That's crazy.
I know. Everyone thinks I look older, obviously the Botox isn't working. 22, 23 in March. But yeah, I started all of this when I was 18. My mum always used to say to me, like, you need to slow down. Like, what are you doing? You don't want to, like, take something on. It's because they're worried.
Yeah. It's because they worry about us. And obviously I'm the same. I was 19 when I first had my salon, and people thought I was crazy. It was more the worry, I think, that they were like, you're really young, you're doing this, because same as you, I did it all on my own. They were just it was more worried that if anything happened, they couldn't help us. Yeah. So it's all on our heads, but we chose to do that.
1,000,000%. And I never come from like a family that gave me money. I was always taught you need to work for it. Like my granddad was always like the most hardworking person. I think he's installed that into obviously my mum and my auntie as well as us. So if you want something, you work for it, and I feel like that is like the most important thing ever. I have worked for everything that I've got. Like I can not say someone has ever bought me anything. No. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's such a great feeling.
Yeah, it's the best feeling ever, and everything that I have done off my own back. I mean, sometimes I wish I did have someone in the industry to sort of like coach me through it, or to say, don't do this, you need to do that. But you learn you learn from your own lessons. Do you know what I mean?
And what I'll say about that though, I've invested in business coaches, and don't get me wrong, it was one of the best things I ever invested in. Ultimately, that question will always come down to you. So I think the same as you, when I was probably your age, I was looking for that person to tell me, yeah, go ahead and buy that stock and spend thousands of pounds on that. You'll get the reward from it, or you'll get the profit back, it's or you go and open that salon, but you'll never get that answer because it always comes back down on you. So even though you're always searching for that bit of help, I think ultimately you're the only person that's going to make those decisions.
You're the only person that can make that call.
Only way that you can do it.
We're looking at bigger clinics at the moment, like I said, and like I've obviously spoken to my family, I've spoken to like my accountant and things like that, and it all just, well, if you want it, you just got to do it. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, it's
you that needs to do it. So.
And you constantly go back and forth, don't you? One day you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get that clinic. Let's just do it. Next day you're like, no, I can't. But don't you find as well, like, obviously you're a lot younger than me, but I think what I love about you and the age that you're at, not that I want to go too in depth about hormones and stuff, but when I was your age, I was very much like, go for anything, do anything. Like, I just felt like I could do whatever I wanted in the bit, like, I was going for everything I could. But as I've got older, I've had children, hormones and everything, they could really affect me now. Yeah. It makes a massive difference. And I think that I'm learning so much about that now that I want to try and help people like you and get through it. Because unfortunately, as women, these things do hold us back sometimes. Yeah. So go for it now as much as you can. Because as soon as you have kids and hormones come through and things change in your body and your life, it is hard. It's harder. Because you're battling so many other things as well. Yeah, all I want to like say to you, like, just keep going with your determination, your vision, and just go for it. The personal like thing to you, like, I'm always just anytime you want to talk, like, vent anything.
And I really do value your opinion as well. Like, it is amazing just to walk down, like, stroll down the street and just get like an insight on what to do, because obviously you've been in it for a lot longer than me. You've experienced everything that I'm going to experience. So it's amazing to talk to someone and sort of be like, right, okay.
And I kind of seen you going through the stages that I went through. So like when you opened and with staff and things like that. That's one of the hardest things.
Nobody talks about that. That is the hardest thing probably that I've gone through with owning a business. Yeah. Really, really difficult.
And trying to get people to understand that you're doing this, of course you're doing it for yourself and your partner and your family and whatever, but you're also, we're not out there to, like, years ago, it was that mindset of the owner of a business, it was all for them. So they would do anything to get there where they want to be. The way I am and then what I've learned is, if you haven't got that right team around you, you're not going to go anywhere, or you may, but you'll be very alone. Yeah. So having that right team within your business is so important, but it's so hard to find.
It's really hard to find, and I feel like I'm at the stage now where I have got an amazing team. Yeah. So, for example, going to like view different properties and stuff, like new clinics and things like that, I did actually bring the team with me because I really value their opinion. Oh, that's nice. And it's because they see like what goes on behind the scenes. Look from the outside and think, oh yeah, just do it. But they know sort of who comes in, who goes out. All the hard work
you're putting in every day and seeing what's going on. And
so it's really nice to get their opinion as well. And I want them to feel like it's not just...
They're involved.
And it's not just like my thing, but it's your workplace as well. Yeah. So I want it to be as perfect as it is for me, but for you as well. Like, you're working here, you're here probably more than I am. So it's important for them to obviously get the right feels for it too.
Yeah, definitely.
They're the ones sort of pushing the business further and further. So I really value them.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I am really grateful for you coming and doing this, because I really wanted to talk to you just on a one-on-one. Like, we always run in from salon to clinic, catch each other whenever we can. But this has been so lovely, and
thank you for asking me as well.
Oh no, you're welcome. But I'm so excited to launch. Yeah, and we have decided that we are going to launch on Valentine's. So excited for that. We cannot wait to share it with everyone. We will look forward to working with you.
I can't wait. Yeah, thank you for choosing me.
You're welcome.